pregnant. It took us 2 years to get pregnant. What I'm doing pregnant already? Hi, this is Rachel from TheRLSLife.com. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing a moment or two with me. For her, let me give you some backstory. When I was working at a particular place, I ended up with high blood pressure, and it was because of stress. And I was trying to tell them doctors, I'm just stressed. It's all, I'm just stressed. This job is, overwhelming. I'm not doing good, all that kind of stuff. And so at that time, because I had high blood pressure, they took me off of my birth control. No birth control, no problem. But they was like, for a year, we have to take you off of your birth control so we can determine if it is the birth control that's giving you high blood pressure. Mind you, I've been on birth control since college, so I ain't had it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm older, I went along with it, and because the doctor is supposed to know best. So I wasn't on birth control, but we were being careful. For our anniversary, 2018, my husband asked me if he wanted to try for the girl. I always told him, hey, I'll give you 3 kids, as long as we make it, but I want to have them before that time. Girl barely made the cut. And so I was like, we need to get started because, it takes us about 2 years to get pregnant. I agreed. I went on birth control because of the previous situation. I still hadn't made the year to start back on birth control. So I was just like, sure, I'm not on birth control. That's not in my system. It's been out for a while. Because at this time I have started a new job. My high blood pressure is gone. And I told the doctor, I went up in there. And he was like, yeah. I said, I told you I was stressed, And so I started my new job in July. I was not with child. Wasn't thinking about being with child at that time. But come September, my husband said, because our anniversary is September 23rd. So we celebrating our anniversary. He asked, I said, sure, we need to get started. We got started. We always practice, but we were actively trying to get pregnant at this time. That September, October, I was pregnant. And I'm up here like, what I'm doing pregnant? Real talk. I was like, what I'm doing pregnant? It took us 2 years to get pregnant. What I'm doing pregnant already? I didn't care because, I'm married, I'm grown. I can take care of however many kids I have. But I was in shock. That's what it was. I was surprised. And it just took me back because it was like, you are not in control. God is in control, And so that just, that always, every time I think about it, because I was like, what I'm doing pregnant already? Oh gosh. Okay, back to the story. And so I'm pregnant. So, started going to the doctor. I am considered high risk because of my age, which was fine with me because all it entailed was a couple more doctor's appointments and a couple more tests than I had previously. So fast forward, I'm going through. I went through my 9 months. I am, my due date is, I think August 8th or something like that was my due date. So I'm going to work. People see me far along and they're like, why are you here at work? I'm like, hey, these days expensive. When this baby comes, that's when I won't come back to work. So I go through my days, and so it was a Monday, right? She was due August. It was a Monday because I went through the slow month and come back to work. I could kind of, I hadn't, no contractions had started or anything like that, but I just felt it. I'm like, I think this is going to be my last day. And it seemed like a button got put on everything. So like all this was finished. I didn't have nothing to worry about, nothing to think about. So I just felt it in my spirit. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be back tomorrow. And no, I didn't go back tomorrow. So Monday, everybody saw me pregnant, walking around, hey. And I have more pictures of hers. I have more pictures to insert of her, of what I was looking like and stuff. But I'm walking around. When you due, girl? I'm due. I'm past due. I was due. But she it's on the way. And so let me back up. I didn't want to know the sex of this baby because I'm like, let me something to look forward to. This is my last pregnancy. I ain't having no more kids after this. I need something to look forward to. Don't tell me the sex. So the lady knew the sex. She told Abram, my husband could not hold out, right? So he wanted to know. And I guess, when people ask me, girl, what you having? I'd be like, ask Abraham, because I don't know, and I don't want to know. But I made it to, my child was due in August. I made it to July. I walk in the office to speak to my husband's principal. And he was like, hey, how you doing? We're having a girl. That's exciting, isn't it? I said, yep, I guess so. And so I went down there and I told my husband, I said, also, and my husband was like, he told you? And I was like, yep. He says, but truth be told, the whole time I knew I was having a girl. I knew I was having a girl. I said, this don't feel like no boy. And I had 2 boys. I said, this does not feel like no boy. I knew I was having a girl. I always wanted 2 boys and later on have a girl. I always wanted a girl. I did not want a girl first. I did not want a girl and a boy. I wanted 2 boys so they could play together, and then I wanted a girl later on so we could play together. And that's what God gave me. But the whole time I felt like, just the way I felt when I was carrying her, I was like, nah, this ain't no boy. I couldn't imagine having another boy because I have 2 boys who are polar opposites. I didn't see how another boy could fit in. All the things. So when he told me, I was just like, oh yeah, I read it. But I was like, yeah, I thought so. I had to feel it. But I was looking forward. Even though I knew, I was looking forward to seeing when I had her, but it was all good. So that was a Monday. Monday I came home, and again, I'm overdue, but not by 2 weeks now. I'm just like, my due date was we'll say the 8th, today is the 10th, right? So I come home and I'm like, and mind you, when everybody see me, girl, you need to be walking. I'm like, I've been walking. Girl, I've been... It's my 3rd baby. I've been doing that. She just ain't ready to come up out of here. And so I come home and I'm like, well, I guess we'll just go, walk around the neighborhood. We walk around the neighborhood and my contractions start. Mind you, I've worked the whole day, no contractions. I come home, eat, relax, because it was late in the evening. It was summertime, so it was hot. So it was later in the evening. It was dark, actually, when we were walking. And we walk a long way. My contractions start. And I'm like, okay, good, let's go. So when I'm going to the doctor, because when you get further along, you have to go to the doctor more often, right? And so when I'm going to the doctor, I'm like, dog, because I'm wishing I'm further along or wishing, that my body is showing some sign of delivery. I had my Primrose. I took a bath with some Primrose one day and went to the doctor, nothing, not even nothing. And so I was really disappointed the last time I went and there was nothing, happening. And she was like, we got to be careful. You can't be, talking out noise. And so when I came home, I was like, okay, this baby is we're going to get started. So when I came home, I took a bath. And this time, like the last time I put a few pellets, few things of Primrose in the water. But this time when I came home, boy, I dumped half the bottle in there. I'm telling you, I was like, nah, this baby After that, I soaked in the tub because I was like, Primrose is supposed to help you get your labor started. So I threw that Primrose in the thing. And I probably took some Primrose too. I was trying to get this joker going. Sat in that tub, relax. I had a nice warm, relaxing bath, And when I got out, tapped old buddy on the side, on the shoulder, and proceeded to encourage this baby to come. And I can write it, but I don't want to say it. I'm going to try and write this up and put this on my blog. But I had a moment that was very interesting. With my husband. I'm going to try and write it. I went to bed this is, so throughout this whole time, having contractions. I didn't get no good sleep that night. I got up out the bed, I went and sat in a chair and, you know, just proceeded to contract. And then about 11 something a.m., my contractions stalled. And I was like, how long? I'm trying to get done. You know, every time I'd move, I'd have a contraction. Every time if I did like the tiniest little thing, a contraction would start. So I called my doctor and I told her what was going on. Contractions is far apart, but my contractions have stalled. They stopped going. She was like, go ahead and come in. I go in and I'm having my contractions, but I wasn't far along enough. So she was like, I don't want you to go home because I don't want you to go home and then end up having this baby. I want you to stay around here. Because I was like maybe 30, 40 minutes from my doctor's office. So I want you to stay around here. So, and then I want you to come back and I'll check you. Because when I went, I was only like 4 centimeters. It's like, just 4? It's like, yeah. It's like every time I move, I have a contraction. You know, I still don't know. Like, I still didn't understand that. I don't know if I was supposed to keep moving, so the contractions keep, I don't know. But I did. I kept moving. And so I was like, well, I don't want to go home, and I know I'm going to throw up, so let me get something light, something. I don't want to eat no big meal, right? So we go to the mall, and we walk around the mall. Just so happened this time during the mall, they had a luxury car show, I guess you could call it. So they had Maseratis, Porsche. They had all these stuff in the mall. So we walking through the mall, I'm contraction, grabbing Abraham on during the contraction, looking at the cars, keep walking the mile, going up the stairs, you know. Because after we finished looking at all the cars, and I'm every contraction, I'm, you know, because these contractions are hitting at this time. Okay, and Abraham just said, he was like, you all right? You all right? You know, we good. And so I'm like, yeah, you know, and we just had to stop through the contraction. And I just had to hold his arm. Let the contraction pass. You never know what people going through. We in the middle of the mile. And so I go through, we saw the whole exhibit. And then I was like, let's go upstairs and go to Aunt Annie's and get me a pretzel. Because I'm thinking, you know, when I vomit, I don't want to be vomiting, you know. So give me a pretzel. And Abraham was like, let's go, let's make one more round. I was like, nah. He's like, come on, let's go. No, I think it's time for us to head to the car. Baby, because I had finished my pretzel. And when I got up, we were upstairs. And I was like, yeah, nah, time to go. Because we had to walk to the car. And so he's like, come on, you just want to get you out. I was like, nah. He's like, come on, you can do it just one. I was like, nah, I think it's time. It's time for us to head. I think it would be best for us to head back to the hospital. And he was like, oh, okay. So we head back to the, mind you, and I'm kind of booking it because I'm feeling like I ain't finna have this baby in this mile. I sure didn't want my water to break in this mile. So I was like booking it, trying to get back to it. And as I'm moving, the contractions hitting, boy. And so we get to the car finally and head over to the hospital. We get to the hospital. She checked me. She said, yep, you ain't going home. Let's get this thing rolling. Mind you, she missed this delivery too. And she did not have to, because her shift had changed, you know. And so she missed this delivery. And then when I got to the hospital, they got me. She was like, I'm gonna get you this room where it has the nice water jet tub. Girl, I didn't make it to that tub. I really didn't care about that tub. I think I had my active labor at the mall. And so we got in the room, and the lady she put my gown on the bed. She was like, here, just change it to your gown and get into the bed, and we'll just, you know. And I was like, no, I want to take a shower first, because something about me being outside and in the elements, I can't just hop out in the bed. You know, I need to feel clean and fresh. So I go take my shower, steady contracting. When I get out the shower, I vomit right there and it was, it was convenient. I threw up in the toilet because I was in there. And I was like, well, I guess it's that time. So I proceed to get out of the bathroom, dry myself out, put my gown on, get in the bed. She checks me because I don't know exact. She checks me at, we'll say, 7:15. I'm up there, and I'm breathing. This delivery, I am breathing. This whole time, like when we was at the mall, I'm breathing. And it's getting to the point because I'm a ham. So I'm entertaining my own self in this situation. So as I am walking, I'm breathing like, and I'm entertaining my own self. And so I got in the bed, I'm like I was before. I wanted to walk because I know walking helps bring the labor on. Walking helps bring the baby down. I don't know why people stay in the bed during that. Like, you want to have your baby, get the baby, in position. But the lady was like, no, you're so far along. It would be best for you to stay in the bed. And I was at this time, I'm like, okay, because I done labored since what, 11 o'clock the night before. So I've been, so I was just like, okay, you know what's best. And so she was like, yeah, let me check you. And it was about 7:15. I'm sitting in the bed. She's like, let me get the doctor, make sure the doctor's in the area. And then the doctor's in the area. 7:20, my water broke. I said, my water just broke. And she's like, no, are you sure? I just checked you. I was like, oh, yeah, my water just broke. She checked it, my water broke. And she was like, oh. Called the doctor, and everything went full speed. She didn't realize. Went full speed. We'll say it's 7:30 now. Time going, doctor come in there. I got my third child out of there in 2 pushes. This is the clock. 7:15. Something coming around. All this happened. By 7:50, I'm holding my child. Pushed out in 2 pushes, and would have pushed out in 1 push if I would did the first push right, but I didn't hold my breath. I was trying to breathe and push at times. I don't know why, but if I would have held that heifer was out in 2 pushes, and it was so funny because I was just making myself laugh. I was in labor because my mom was right on this one. I have to share, and I'm gonna do another video, and I'm gonna share like the stuff that I said to myself, the mindset that I had when I was good on this delivery. I was good mentally, and it was so bad to where once I figured the delivery out, because once your contractions hit like a wall. Like you would think the pain would be all the way down. No, your contractions go and then they hit a wall, and then that's your pain. That's as bad as the pain is gonna get, is right here. Like, it's not gonna go no further. And if you breathe, it doesn't hurt as bad. Natural delivery is painful, yes. It's doable if you have the mindset, if you have the desire, if you have the wherewithal to do it. But it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to want to do it naturally. So weird, funny, whatever to be between. Because I always like to see my birth. So I would have the mirror up so I can see them jokers coming out. And so at one point, he, when I had her between the first and the second push, her head was like right here. And he was playing with her. He was like, oh, look at all her hair. And he was like, well, we'll stay here if mom's able. And I was like, no. I was ready to, I had the urge to get her on out of there. And he was like, well, all right, well, let's push her on out, baby. And got that joker out. Don't do me. I was a professional by that time. But yeah, and I got that joker on up out of there. And afterbirth is, beautiful. I just like that kind of stuff. And that was my 3rd child, my last and final birth story. So I hope you were able to get something from this. I hope you were able to get a little bit of insight. I did the best I could. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section and I'll answer it the best I can. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I thank you so much for your time. I really do. I'm trying to pull all of this together, but I hope this was enlightening for someone who's, you know, maybe trying to have a natural birth. But I'll do another video that's more insightful on having a natural birth. I think that's what I need to do. Meaning what I did to prepare for it, how I was able to do it with no rips and no tears. That side, that part of the, I think I need to do that kind of video. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for your time. Bye.
My wallet! It's hard to remember everything when you're not sleeping well. Honey, never mind, got it! Good thing, because IKEA is rolling out new lower prices.
Is it driving?
Yeah.
Dressers